Hi there, how are you doing today? This is Caitlin Bandy from my channel BandysBooks, and today I am here to do a quick live stream with a weekly update. I have never done a live stream before, so I'm still kind of figuring it all out. Just bear with me if it seems a little weird. So I think I've decided that I'm gonna try to do a live stream once a week on Sundays, just to kind of give you an update on what's going on with my channel, what's going on in my life, what I've been reading, things like that just don't quite fit into a regular video. Maybe it's not enough content for a regular video, and honestly, like, it's kind of nice to just be able to get on here and chat informally. I feel like, a lot of the times with videos, obviously I'm focused on like creating an engaging video and editing it and all that kind of stuff. So this is just more designed to be just organic and natural. So you'll probably hear me saying a lot more as I think things through and, try to chat. So this is the first week of January. It's been a pretty good week. I know that some of you that have been following me for a while know that I've been struggling with some health issues towards the end of the year, from November and December. I did have COVID, and then COVID turned into like long COVID. I got a cold virus that all developed into a post viral cough that just wouldn't go away, and I ended up injuring my shoulder and my ribs. So I've been feeling really bad for a couple weeks, and this is like finally the first week that I've been feeling mostly like myself. So I'm really, really happy about that. Very excited to be feeling well. It's really, as somebody who's been healthy most of my life, really is something that made me feel like I've taken my health for granted, I guess. So I'm very, very happy to be feeling a lot better this week. It's a good way to start the year, good way to, go into the year feeling positive. So positive thing there. And, I was very fortunate. I got to spend Christmas in San Diego with my family, and I got to spend New Year's in Zion with my partner and my puppy dog. If you're interested in seeing any of that Zion trip, you could check out my 2023 goals video. It was shot throughout our trip in Zion and the coral pink sand dunes in Utah, and you get to see a little bit of the really beautiful scenery and stuff. So if you're interested in that, that's something to check out. And I will be having a video later this month that is going to be more of the Utah scenery and like a little free library haul that I did. We visited a bunch of little free libraries throughout the little towns in Utah. So that'll be up later in this month too, so you can see a little bit more scenery there. So that's what's going on. I am fighting to get back to consistency here on YouTube. I've done 5 videos this week, I think, and I'm pretty positive about that. I'm feeling very happy that I've managed to like upload and be consistent. So I'm hoping to continue that consistency going forward throughout the month. So on Mondays, I'll be posting a post that will outline my schedule for the week, what I'm planning to post on what days and what times. So that way everybody knows what's going on that's interested. And hopefully that'll help me to maintain consistency, because it's like, for me, feels like a little contract between you and I. So that should help kind of continue that consistency. And I'm feeling really happy with the content I have planned for next week. So exciting things to come. At least I feel like they're exciting things. So for a reading update, now that we've gone through like the personal stuff and the YouTube social media stuff, reading updates, I've started 4 different books this week. I'm chronically somebody that has multiple books going at the same time. I like to kind of pop from one book to the other. I have a short attention span, so it really helps me when I have more than one book going on at a time. The books that I've been reading so far this week are The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon. I started that actually back in 2022, like mid-year, and I think it just wasn't the right time of year for me to get into it. It was a little bit tedious initially, I guess, because there's so many different characters and they're all in different places. So for me, it kind of felt a little hard to get into just because there's a lot of like info dumping in the beginning. I can't say that it's like badly written or anything like that. It's totally not the case. It's just like you have so much to kind of gather before the plot really starts to develop. So it took me a little bit longer, and I put it down several times. So I decided that since that was left over from 2022, that I was going to make a commitment to finish that in January 2023, because it's time to either read it or give it up, I think. So I am well past the halfway point in it now. I think I've hit about 600 out of 800 pages. Right around the halfway point, it really picked up and became very engaging. And now I'm very, very happy with the last half of the book so far. So I should be finishing that up hopefully within the next week. I also picked up the book White Horse, which was one of my book of the month picks, I think in November or December. I can't remember which month for sure off the top of my head. But it is like a horror murder mystery kind of a situation. and I'm really, really loving that. The creepy vibe in it is really good. It's not like bloody or gory. It's more just like subtly creepy. A lot of, I don't know, just like that inkling feeling that something's wrong, and it just slowly builds and builds and builds throughout the story. So I'm really, really enjoying that one. I'm about halfway through as well. I'm gonna finish that up in the next couple days. And then to continue that creepy theme, I'm also reading The Hacienda, which was one of my book of the month picks earlier in the year. And I'm really enjoying that one. That's probably my favorite thing that I'm reading so far. I think I'm about 85-90% done with it. I've just got a little bit left to read tonight, and I think I'll be through it. And I am just loving the vibe, the setting, the time period, everything about it. It's set in Mexico, and like way back when. It deals with like the caste system at the time, the politics between the Spanish descendants and the indigenous people, the rich people, and, you know, the socially and economically disadvantaged people in the areas. It's very, very interesting, you know, how it talks about so many different topics and in such an interesting way, and then includes a really compelling horror story within it. I'm really, really loving this one, and I'm can't wait to sit down and finish it up. And then the fourth book that I started is Spells for Forgetting You. This was also a book of the month pick last year, and this one's slightly out of my usual comfort zone. If you follow this channel, you might know that romance is not typically my thing. I've tried romance here and there. I did do a romance reading month last year in February, just to kind of test myself and see if it really isn't my cup of tea. And I found that, you know, there's some that I like, but it's no matter what, like the best romance, it's usually still not my cup of tea. So I picked up Spells for Forgetting You, knowing that there was a heavy romance plot in it, but it has a witchy vibe and a murder mystery vibe kind of mixed in with that romance. So basically we have a couple who is split up by a murder of a friend, and the guy in this couple is suspected of that murder, and the girl in this couple is like convinced that he didn't do it, but not sure who did, and it kind of leads into an investigation. It's interesting, it's well written. I'm not like, I don't dislike it, but it is a little slower going than the other 3 books that I mentioned previously. I will definitely be finishing it, but it's probably the lowest priority in terms of the 4 books that I'm reading for now. So all of them are solid picks. I'm pretty excited about that. I think it's a really good way to start 2023. I'm feeling very optimistic about the books that I did pick up. So other than that, any other book news I'm trying to think of? I'm waiting for my January 2023 book of the month box. It's supposed to be shipped soon. I got some really cool picks. I'm particularly excited about Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. That's her continuation from Ninth House. I'm looking forward to getting that one very much. I really enjoyed Ninth House, and I'm curious to see where this character Alex Stern continues in the series. And other than that, I'm hoping to do a shelf clean out / spring cleaning sort of a deal soon, and maybe do like a book haul to a bunch of the little free libraries here in Vegas. We luckily have so many little free libraries here, and I've shown a few of them before. I've done like a little free library trip around Vegas before, but I'm hoping to do another one soon and show off some of the other ones that I found since. I think that's all for updates for now. I think we've covered the books I've read, what's going on here. Other than that, we're just having a chill weekend here. I'm off another day before I have to go back to work, so we're catching up on all the things that have kind of fallen to the side, you know, for the holidays. So I've got a pot of lamb bolognese simmering on the stove right now. Gonna have that for dinner and just relax, enjoy some good books, get the house caught up, you know, nothing crazy. So this was the first live stream. Hopefully it was not too awkward. I feel super awkward sitting rather, talking to a camera and knowing that I can't filter or edit this later. But you know, here's for trying new things. Hopefully this is enjoyable. And whoever is watching, I hope that you have a wonderful weekend as well and a great start to your week. I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.